Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Climbing. Today we're going to continue things going with keep things going with my Atlantic City team, and unfortunately hope to not get crit to death. But if you missed the last episode, it was a really good battle up until the end, so be sure to go check out that episode if you want. And we're going to jump right into things here against Alexander with Groudon, Yveltal, Jumpluff, Lucario, Cresselia, and Tapu Lele. So, almost standard-ish kind of thing. And then he's got just 3 Pokemon that aren't standard at all. But interesting team here. Definitely a good matchup. But I think this match is in our favor as long as we don't get Jumpluff to death. So because of the chance of getting Jumpluff to death, Fini is once again going to make an appearance here. So I'm going to bring Fini. Probably just going to leave Fini. Make sure I get my terrain on the field immediately. Amoonguss 100% staying on the bench here. Ada Slash definitely. The thing is, I can make a case for it too because of the Cresselia, the Lele, the Lucario. Like, none of those 3 actually touch it. And what's Jumpluff gonna do to me? Like, I can make a case for it too, and I think I actually might bring it. But then I'm not bringing Incineroar. Is that an issue? I mean, he's got a Lele to stop fake out pressure anyways. He's got a Groudon that demolishes it. You know what? I am gonna go with the same floor I did last episode. I'm going to leave Fini. You know what? I'm going to go the very uncommon lead with the Fini Xerneas here. But I think busting this out at this time could work. I don't really see his out here. I mean, as long as I don't get Jumpluff. As I said before, if I don't get Jumpluff, I'm fine. But we're here. And Alexander's probably going to lead something like Groudon Jumpluff. I don't really have too many answers to that. All I have to that is really Tapu Fini. But if he leads Groudon Jumpluff, I'm going to be hilarious. It'll be great. But he is going to go with that Crest into Groudon here. So he probably wants to set up some sort of Trick Room here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Nature's Madness to Groudon. And honestly, I'm just going to stay in with Xerneas. And do I Geo? Is it worth the Geo? Like, or do I think... Is there a better time for me to Geo later in the game? I feel like there'd be a better time for me to Geo later in the game. So I am going to risk the... I'm just going to go straight for the stall here then. If I'm going to swap out Xerneas, I might as well go for that stall. No reason not to. If he goes for the Trick Room, I'm not concerned. Like, at the end of the day, I still have a Tapu Fini on the field to threaten that Groudon to death, basically. And now if you see Skull turn 1 and he protects, and then I have Rayquaza on the field, I can't see him staying in, and I can take advantage of that. Gonna see what he goes for here. But yeah, I really love having this Tapu Fini against the Groudon. Like, this is basically, it's one of its only 2 matchups I really bring Tapu Fini to. So the fact that you guys are actually getting to see it in these episodes is pretty impressive. It's considered a rare sight. Like, I brought the exact same team to Worlds as well. And without a word of a lie, I brought it to 1 out of the 18 sets I played between Worlds and the DC Open. Like, it was just ridiculous how little I actually played the matchups for Fini. But Groudon is going to go for the Protect here, and that's a really good play on my opponent's end to cycle into that Tapu Lele. So, I'm not too mad about this right now. I'm basically expecting Groudon to switch out. There's no reason for Groudon to stay in right now. Absolutely none whatsoever. So, what I am going to do here is I'm just going to Heal Pulse my Rayquaza, and I'm going to drop a Dragon Ascent to kill the Tapu Lele. He'll probably... Yeah, no, this is fine. He's going to swap out Groudon probably into either Yveltal. Okay, he stayed in. That's very surprising. Like, I'm actually shocked by that. I wonder if he's going to have something like Dragon Claw to deal with this now. The fact that he stayed in is honestly surprising. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but that is my cat meowing at my door in the background. So if you do hear meowing, you're not crazy, it is my cat. So he's going to Nature's Madness to Tapu Fini, so is bold Tapu Fini going to come clutch here? Well, Dragon Ascent is just going to knock out this Tapu Lele, no doubt in my mind. I wish I would have went for Scald. I really do. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Lele's going to go down. Rayquaza is still at full health now, though, so Heal Pulse is kind of useless. Heal Pulse is very useless here. Groudon is going to go for the Precipice Blade. It's not going to affect Rayquaza. P-Blade is going to connect, is going to drop into that Tapu Fini. Is Fini going to be able to survive? It does hang on with 7 HP. So bold Tapu Fini pulling off strong here. As I mentioned in the last episode, guys, I do have a team report coming out on this team, so I will not post a paste in the description of this episode or any of the episodes featuring this team. But do look forward to the paste, and when I do release it, I will let you guys know here in case you want to check that out. Regardless of that, we're going to see what he brings in here. I'm going to send in Cresselia. Maybe I should just let my cat in. I'm going to let my cat in. Alright, my cat is now in my room. But she's not going to get what she wants because she likes to sit on the chair that I'm currently sitting on. Regardless of that, we're here. So Tapu Fini can basically get a free Scald off into Groudon. We saw that Tapu Fini was actually slower than the Groudon, so if he does go for Trick Room, that works to our favor. I'm going to launch the Scald. Absolutely no reason not to. What do you have in the back? Can I Dragon Ascent that slot as well? In fact, I will. But, like, yeah, I'm just going to Dragon Ascent. I was going to say, does protecting, like, if he just protect, is that bad? I don't think that's too bad. Like, what's he going to do here? Icy Wind? Actually, that could be an issue, but I'm slower anyway. Ray's going to drop a Dragon Ascent. Cress is going to drop an Icy Wind, so I actually did call that right, just jokingly, but Ray's going to go for the Icy Wind. My Fini was already slower. We've seen Fini live the first time. I wonder if he's going to have Helping Hand now, though, which is a bit annoying. But you have to Helping Hand P-Blades, right? So now I'm going to Earth Power Scald. I have no reason not to, because he can't kill both of us. That's my logic here. He can't kill both of us, so I'm just going to Scald and Earth Power. Scald going out. Earth Power going out. I have Aegislash in the back for this Cresselia. I'm not concerned about it at all. I just need to get rid of the threat to Aegislash here, which is this Groudon right now. In fact, if his other Pokemon in the back here is indeed Lucario, I've won this game the moment Groudon dies. So, that's really good to look forward to. If it's Aegislash, not if it's Aegislash, if it's Xerneas, if it's Yveltal, I have a Xerneas for that. He's going to Gravity, and now that's an issue. Now this becomes an issue. Gravity intensified, the opposing Cresselia couldn't stay airborne, Rayquaza couldn't stay airborne. Groudon's going to drop that Precipice Blades against a -1 Ray. Against -1 Ray, this is going to be interestingly close. Fini's going to survive because Fini is an absolute legend. Bold Tapu Fini putting in the most work right now. Fini's going to launch this Scald off into the Groudon. That is going to just miss the knockout, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm going to bring in Xerneas right now. He really has no way to dish massive damage to me. I'm going to just Dazzling Gleam here. Like I said, the moment he has something in the back, like basically whatever he has in the back right now, as long as Xerneas doesn't take too much damage here, we've won the game. No real reason for me to swap out here. I will go for the Nature's Madness into Cress. And I'll just drop a Dazzling Gleam. I have no reason whatsoever not to drop a Dazzling Gleam. He might protect Groudon here and go for another Icy Wind. But, like, at the end of the day, is that the big deal? That's not the biggest deal. Xerneas is going to survive whatever that Groudon goes for the following turn. And, yeah, I'm not concerned at all. Ideally, though, Xerneas just outspeeds. Xerneas does just outspeed, gets that Dazzling Gleam off, going to knock out that Groudon, and Cress is going to get hit decently hard from a non-boosted Dazzling Gleam. That did a decent chunk. Cress is going to drop another Icy Wind. Is Tapu Fini going to survive and keep around for another turn? It will indeed. That literally did 4 points of damage. That's pretty funny. But Tapu Fini's speed is going to fall. Xerneas' speed is going to go down. You can see Tapu Fini drop that Nature's Madness. It's going to connect. I'm not going to make any jokes about what happened to me at Atlantic City. I did miss a Nature's Madness to cost me one of my sets, but that's not going to hurt. We're here. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to bring that back up, even though I just did. And it is indeed the Lucario. This game should be over, barring some crazy Lucario set. Does Lucario even get anything that can kill? Does it? I really don't know. Basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for the Skull into that Lucario. If I get the burn, it's a bonus. And I'm just going to stay in. I have no reason not to click Moonblast into that Lucario as well. If he goes for Meteor Mash, 1, it could miss. 2, he might not have the most attack investment, and I could just survive it. Very unlikely that I survive it, but I think there is a chance right now. So, I'm not concerned here. I don't know if Cress even has another attacking move other than Icy Wind. Cress might just be forced to click Spam Icy Wind, which really isn't the end of the world if he's going to keep clicking that. His Fini, once again here, is going to survive. In fact, I was going to say it might take another one, but the first one did 4, that one did 5, so there's a very good chance I am going to go down now. But Xerneas is going to launch the Moonblast, obviously into that Lucario, but like I said, I'm not scared of that Cresselia whatsoever. fly in my face. Skull is going to come out here into the Lucario. And Moonblast is going to go into Lucario. He can't kill both of us with the Lucario. Although, I probably lose both Pokemon here, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, Meteor Mash obviously going to be the clean Oko onto Xerneas. Crest going for that Icy Wind. Now it will kill. Maybe I should have protected Zern there. But I'm dead with Fini anyways, right? The way I look at it, I'm dead with Fini anyways, so really protecting Zern just gives me another turn here. Aegislash coming in. I'm just going to launch a Shadow Ball into that Crest. That should, although, I'm going to King Shield. You know what? I'm going to King Shield. King Shield is the better of the two plays. If he protects his Lucario, then next turn I can just drop my Z-move into that slot. Obviously, Crest can't really do too much to me right now. I don't really know what Crest even wants to do. Can Crest do anything other than Icy Wind? He's gone for Gravity, and he's gone for Icy Wind. Maybe there's no Trick Room if he has the Icy Wind, so maybe he has something like a Psychic or a Psyshock, but that's not going to threaten me. Cresselia is going to go for the Helping Hand. Well, he's obviously attacking here, and I'm very happy to say that I've King Shielded. I'm actually kind of scared to see what this Lucario goes for. Is it going to go for, like, Stomping Tantrum? No, it's going to go for a Meteor Mash. So now he's going to be at -2, which is fantastic. Alright. I'm actually not scared at all whatsoever right now, anymore. And in fact, I'm just going to go Shadow Ball. I'll Z-move. I might regret this later, but I am going to Z-move into that Lucario. Protecting only stalls out the turn. Like I said, Crest probably can't touch me. So we've seen Helping Hand, Gravity, and Icy Wind. Could be Ally Switch. For all we know. Could be anything. But I do think we have this 1-1. As soon as my opponent picks his moves. I'm not sure if he's thinking about his best way to do this. He's going to Helping Hand again. He's going to Helping Hand a -2 Lucario. We're going to see how much this Meteor Mash does. Meteor Mash into Aegislash. That actually did a lot more than I expected it to. I'm not going to lie. I thought that would do a whole lot less. But we're here. We're going to get this Ghostium Z off. I missed the Z move. I'm going to have to remember to do that next time. Because honestly, I love that Ghost Z move dance. But Aegislash is going to bust the Z move out here. That's going to go straight through into Lucario. And I honestly think it's just Oko's. I'm pretty sure this just picks up the knockout. Even if it doesn't, it's still a worthy Z move. Because then it puts it in Shadow Ball range. And this game's over, as you can tell by the amount of damage my opponent was doing here. And Lucario is just gone. Alright. And I'm not even going to bother King Shielding now. It's literally Aegislash versus Cresselia for the endgame. And that's exactly what I played this game to. As I say, I'm not going to King Shield. I almost clicked King Shield out of instinct. But I am going to Shadow Ball here. No reason to do anything else. And the match is just going to get forfeited. So, AG coming into the endgame there, actually putting in work this time because it didn't get crit. But we're here. We're going to take that win, and I will jump into another one for you guys. Hopefully, we can keep that in. Hopefully, we can keep this episode around the 20-23 minute mark. Don't want to go over that. Like, I feel like anything over that, like, you guys have lives. Like it's tough to watch videos that are that long. So, I'll try to keep these ones around the 20-23 minute mark, and we'll see what we get. So, definitely jumping into one more here, though. That's a guarantee. We're going to continue battling and hopefully find one more. Yeah, like, if I would have played that, like, 7 rounds at Atlantic City, I would have cut. I also would have, if I just didn't throw my last round. I mean, I probably would have also had a pretty good chance of cutting. So, I guess I just got to get better at the end of the day. But, very happy, and I really enjoy playing this team. Like, it's super fun. Like, Aegislash is just such a unique pick. So, it's, honestly, I don't think I'd change anything about this team. As much as I hate Ultra Series, this team kind of makes it playable. But championship battles, rating battle, just kind of reading what's on my screen. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie, I don't really have that much to talk about. But yeah, I mean, Ultra Series wrapping up. I'm actually recording this during that 24-hour live stream by Pokemon. So my phone's probably freaking out right now. I don't know what's happening in that live stream. I watched like the first half hour. They revealed things every 12 minutes, like every 10 minutes. They randomly put a Pokemon on the screen. I'm like, these guys are really just trying to make this 24 hours. But regardless of that, hopefully we can actually find an opponent here. Because now this is starting to look like that live stream where nothing happens and then every 24 hours we find a battle. But we're here. And we're still waiting. Alright. No, but like in general, like I guess I can talk a little bit about the team. Aegislash is just super good. This team actually started way back being built back in just before Nationals, actually, North American International Championships. And me and Fiona were just like, alright, X-rays to play. But we're going to postpone that story probably till next episode, as we do find another opponent here. We've got Dan Mickelson, or Den Mickelson, I don't know. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I probably butchered it. But we're here. He's got Mandibuzz, Groudon, another Groudon. Mandibuzz, Groudon, Dawnwings, Necrozma, might have the option to burst because he is beside that Tapu Lele. Landorus and Kangaskhan. Alright, so this is where things get interesting. I have to basically call this lead correctly. If he goes for something like the Dawnwings and the Tapu Lele, Incineroar is 100% to play. However, if he goes for something like that, but he's burst and he doesn't have Magic Room, Amoonguss Xerneas is to play because I can just go Rage Pet or Geomancy and win the game. However, since it's best of one, I don't know if he's going to have Magic Room or not. I cannot afford to do that. Aegislash Instant seemingly a decent lead right now. But I also think Rayquaza Aegislash is kind of a little bit of a comfort lead right now. Kind of just gives me the most options. If he leads Dawnwings, he's forced basically to kill Aegislash. He's forced. Otherwise, I'm going to pick up that knockout. If he leads Landorus, I can just swap out. I also have an Incineroar in the back, and I'm going to keep... I'm going to have Fini there. You know what? I won't have Incineroar. This is... You know what's funny? This is the longest I've ever gone without bringing Incineroar to a game with this team. I have never brought 3 straight games against 3 different teams where I did not bring Incineroar. So, fun fact, you guys are getting to see a different side of the team here. Maybe I should be bringing it in this matchup. It definitely has a lot of merit. But, like, I think just having the Tapu Fini as well is a little bit better. So he's going to go Kang Necro. I have no issues whatsoever with this lead. Rayquaza Aegislash, I know 100% he's not going to click Trick Room because Aegislash will be slower. So, the question becomes, what does my opponent do? I have no reason to swap out Rayquaza here, so I'm just going to Mega Evolve and Dragon Ascent. Just Dragon Ascent that Necro, and I will just go for the Z move as well into the Necro. He's going to fake out one of us, and this Z move is going to hit something hard, because there's no switching for it, because Kangaskhan's beside him. So, we're here, we're in a good spot, and we're going to see what my opponent wants to do. I'd imagine just going to go for something like maybe fake out Z move, fake out Trick Room. We're going to find out. Unfortunately, it would be a shame if Aegislash Blitz gets absolutely blown back right now, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. Ray's going to Mega. So if Kang doesn't Mega, we can safely say he's targeting Aegislash. Burst of Light is about to go around that Necrozma. And he's going to burst. So the one thing I do have a question of, and I've never really known the answer to, is that burst on the same effects as, like the same speed tiers as my Mega Evolution? Like, should I be faster now? The answer to that is no, I should not be. But here we go. We're going to see the Dragon Pulse into the Rayquaza after the fake out from Kangaskhan. Obviously, I'm a Assault Vest, so I do live that, which is fantastic. Always good in Best of 1. That's the good thing about Ray in Best of 1. Like, it's so super tough to guess that item. I always assume he's bulky until I've proven otherwise. Because, as you see here, my opponent just lost massive amounts of momentum by going for that move. If he would have assumed I was bulky, he could have either protected, swapped out, pivoted a little, and then come back in later after chipping my Ray down for that knockout. But now I know he's fast, now I know he's got Dragon Ascent, he went all in that turn, I do have E-Speed options. I'm going to predict the fact that he's going to protect here. I am just going to pivot into Tapu Fini. And honestly, I'm just going to drop a Gyro Ball into the Kangaskhan. Just start chip damaging everything. Like, I don't really see a reason not to. Yeah, he is going to swap out that Necrozma. What's going to come in? It is going to be that Tapu Lele, so maybe I should have Gyro Balled that slot. But that's fine. Lele coming in obviously makes the most sense because obviously E-Speed was the inevitable option going into that slot. So with Rayquaza coming back here, that's perfect. In fact, I actually switched the terrain back into my favorite, which can never go wrong with. It doesn't really mean too much here other than the fact that I'm limiting Lele's damage output. So getting this Gyro Ball off into Kangaskhan, it's not going to do a lot. I know it's not going to do a lot. He is going to Mega here. We're probably just going to see a Double Edge going into that Tapu Fini, but that's not the end of the world. That was a lot to say. But we're here. Kangaskhan's just going to go for a Crunch. So Aegislash shouldn't really take too much from that. It's going to do over half, but I'm not concerned. Did it even do 50%? Because after the fake out chip, I was right around the money. But no defense drops. Maybe, did he get one? I don't know. I'll check the bottom screen after. But there's a very good chance I'm swapping out anyways next turn. Aegi's just going to drop this Gyro Ball. Once again, putting in some more. Kangaskhan taking a little bit of damage. That actually puts it pretty close to Dragon Ascent range. So that's really good to know. Right here, I'm just going to go simply for the Heal Pulse. This isn't a play you see very often, but I am going to go for the Heal Pulse King Shield. It is one of my favorite plays you can do with this team. You can King Shield, Heal Pulse right through the King Shield. I don't think Tapu Fini is a threat of being knocked out here. This keeps Aegislash on the field even longer. And as you can tell right now, he really doesn't have that much to deal with it, based on how much damage that Kangaskhan is doing. Side Shock from the Tapu Lele, which is perfect because I am bold Tapu Fini. Outside of terrain, that's not going to do a lot. Kangaskhan's going to go for the Double Edge, that's fine. Tapu Fini should survive this, no big deal. Yep, live that. Eats the berry, going to take the second hit, that's fine. Get that Heal Pulse off into Aegislash. This is fine, and you're going to see the Heal Pulse go right through the King Shield, because I love that mechanic. That is such a fun mechanic. I love being able to do that. Aegislash is going to get healed, basically almost back up to full here. And we're back at it and ready to go. So, number one goal here, kill Lele. So, Fini could definitely swap out here. I'm not going to. If he wants to kill Fini, good for him. Honestly, I'm just going to go for a Nature's Madness into that Kangaskhan. And I will go for a Gyro Ball into the Tapu Lele. It will pick up the knockout. I'm not concerned at all. He's going to swap out Tapu Lele. Whatever he wants to swap in is going to take damage. Groudon's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. It's a bit of a pain now that this Gyro Ball is going into that, but at the end of the day, it's not too big of a deal. I think I scalded the Kangaskhan too, right? Or no, I Nature's Madness. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Maybe I should have Shadow Ball. Like I should have Z Shadow Ball. That would have been a good read. But like, it's also an unnecessary read. Like I need to preserve my Z move. So Kangaskhan just gonna go for another crunch. So he's leaving Tapu Fini on the field, which is arguably the right play. That actually did a whole lot more that time. I guess I did get that defense drop the last time. Tapu Fini going for that Nature's Madness. Going into that Kangaskhan. Obviously, not going to do a whole lot. Does do 25% though. AG's stance change is coming out. And now things get interesting. AG's going to go for the Gyro Ball. Not going to do a whole lot to this Groudon. Alright, so here's where things get interesting. He's going to go for probably something like a Precipice Blades and a Double Edge into the Tapu Fini. Do I sacrifice Tapu Fini here? In fact, I think I'm just going to sack off both Pokemon. If you want both, you can have both. That's what I'm going to say. I'll explain my thought process as the turn is going through here. I'll Z-move into that ground. So basically my thought process right here is, this is possibly the safest play I could go for. He's going to kill Aegislash, that's fine. If he double, right, basically I'm putting him to a spot where he's forced to swap in Tapu Lele, and I can just kill his Groudon. Groudon's actually going to go for Thunder Punch, so there's actually a chance I live this because I'm bold. I do not live this, so I don't know why Groudon has Thunder Punch, but alright. So I definitely could have swapped out there, but I was honestly scared of like a Precipice Blades, and I didn't want to take too much damage, because Zern's my win condition here. So, here's where Mind Games play. This is where the Mind Games get into effect. This is where things get interesting. I ideally would love to Earth Power this Groudon here. Or Dragon Ascent. I want to Dragon Ascent the Kangaskhan. I really do. I really want to Dragon Ascent this Kangaskhan. But the issue is if he doesn't swap into Lele, he's forced to, yeah, no. Dragon Ascent's the right play. I'm going to Geomancy. And I'm going to Dragon Ascent this Kangaskhan here. He probably swaps out Groudon. And if he does that, that's fine. He might swap out Kang though, which is also another option. But once again, if he swaps out Kang, I'm killing the whatever swaps in. Necro's not a threat anymore because it's so far chipped. Lele's not a threat anymore once I get the boost off with Zern. So all I basically need to do is kill stuff. So Kangaskhan going for the Dragon Ascent. That's going to connect. Going to kill the Kangaskhan, which is perfect. I think I might have said Kangaskhan went for Dragon Ascent. Regardless of my blunder there, Kangaskhan is going to go down. We're going to see what this Groudon wants to do. Because he has to deal with Xerneas to some extent. Right? Basically I forced his hand. He can't really give up a turn to kill Ray. If he kills Ray here, it's in my favor. I should be able to, although if he kills Ray, then Precipice Blades is starting to do a lot of damage, but he's outside of the sun too. I was kind of hoping he'd swap there, but not the end of the world. We're going to see what he wants to go for. Thunder Punch unfortunately will kill me now because I am -1 defense. So we're going to see what he wants to do here. Groudon is going to go for the P-Blades, which is perfect. He's leaving Rayquaza on the field, and Zern's going to get that dodge. Alright, so that definitely just wins us this game. Taking no damage with Xerneas there is 100% the optimal play right there. Definitely got a bit lucky, not gonna lie. We did get some luck on our side because now this allows me to Moonblast that Tapu Lele, which is a huge change in momentum because that'll keep Ray on the field one more turn. And if Ray's not on the field, that means Xerneas is still at full health at the end of this turn. Moonblast going into the Tapu Lele, Earth Power going into the Groudon, and this game should be over. He probably just forfeits here. If not this turn, then he will the next turn after I kill his Lele here. But Yeah, this game's definitely over. I mean, the other play I have is I just go for the Dazzling Gleam. Groudon's actually going to go for a Protect, so trying to keep himself around in this one. Don't know what this accomplishes for him, but Xerneas is going to go for that Moonblast. Is going to knock out that Tapu Lele immediately. I don't think Lele can even EV to live that, so Lele's gone. At least not EV, if you can EV to live that, it means you have no special attack and no speed. So that would be very, very surprising if he was able to live that. But as you can see there, he doesn't. Necrozma's coming in. Now I can just simply Dazzling Gleam and Earth Power. That should definitely pick up the knockout onto this Groudon. Although he is physical, so more physical ones tend to be a little bit bulkier to give you a chance if you miss one of the P-Blades. They like being a little bit bulkier and a bit slower. So we are going to see what we get here. Hopefully this still knocks out. I honestly think it should. Like, I don't see how this Groudon survives this, but I could be wrong, and I've been wrong in the past here. Yeah, that did absolutely nothing. So there's a good chance Groudon actually lives this. That should be right around the money on the Earth Power range. It's going to be super close. But I mean, there's no way he can take out both of us here, so we still win this game. Yeah, so Groudon does go down. And yeah, we're going to get 2 wins in this one, guys. So as you can see, AG putting in a lot of work there. Unfortunately, I did have to let it die there. It did pain me a little bit. I really do like Aegis Slash, but as you can tell, I'm kind of bringing it every game. But it's been putting in work, so we're here. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys with one more episode with this team in the next one.